Good morning, Plum here, playing Water Tanks, and this is a replay. Just got this in last night. I actually requested this replay. This fella Hydra is on my Skype list of friends, and he said he just had a game in this tank with this result, and so I asked if I could have a replay file for it to show everyone. So here it is. Here's Hydra, and he's in his FV304 with the 114.3mm shells. Because that's just very British of us, isn't it? 114.3. I'm going to have a new feature, I hope, in this video, and that is my floating head. It was suggested in yesterday's weather report video. I should wear a green turtleneck when doing a green screen so my head just floats, and I really like that idea. So big thanks to you in the comments. I'll flash your name up here, whoever it was that suggested it, because I really like that idea. So I'm going to have little sound bites and video clips just pop up with my floating head when I see something I like, and it will say something dumb or stupid. So this is going to be a good game, obviously, for Hydra in Little Bert, and he's taken up his position in this rather dependable bunch of bushes on the corner of Ruinberg. And judging by XVM here, he is obviously the best player on both teams, and he's got a mission actually: destroy at least 2 enemy SPGs. I got a hunch, a good feeling that that might actually happen. There are 2 on the enemy team, and it's a pair of Berts in a platoon. Look, Nikolai 71 and Tpow. Tpew, both in the GADK clan. So as you can see, Skoda T25. This has got all the check tanks in it now. This is, I believe, he had this replay maybe yesterday or the day before yesterday. So patch 9.13. Waiting for targets to appear in the village. Good old Bert, dependable, slow shell time. Oh, if you don't play Bert for a while, then you go back to playing Bert, you're going to miss the first, probably the entire game's worth of shots, because you've got to really get into the zone of how long it takes those shells to traverse the target. It takes a while. So enemy team has lost 2 tanks, we've only lost 1 tank. Being that Ruinberg's a relatively small map, this suits Bert down to the ground, and with its high arc of its shells, it can drop down on targets that maybe many another SPG would miss. That would have been great if he'd just pulled forward in that T-34. We'd have had a really good time. Unfortunately not. Reloaded. This can punish tanks. If they get tracked out in the open, Bert can assimilate, I was going to say. I suppose it is a kind of assimilation. It's a assimilation into how Bert would like things to be. He will assimilate you into a burning wreck. Churchill 1 hiding behind a building. He's a bit oppressed, isn't he, that Churchill 1? He's got tanks all across him in the field and everyone's waiting to shoot at him, but he's also got a colleague just to the northeast of him on the minimap. Yep, Hydra's spotted him. Oh, can we finally get some damage done? We haven't got any damage done yet. No! This is almost painful to watch at the moment. We haven't done anything. All we've done is leave a firm depression in the ground. That's about the sum of our contribution to this match so far. Ooh, that M4 is going to... Oh, yeah, good, they got the M4. Phew, our KV1 beside us. Suhel. Oh, I'm just going to quit trying to pronounce usernames in this game. Can't we just have names like Bob and John and Katie in the game instead of all this nonsense that you see down the sides of the screen? I might even try and read them out in a minute if there's a quiet moment, but it's got to get going in a minute because we've still got no damage. I don't know how much damage he gets, and it's a lot. Right, finally, come on. He's probably thinking, this game's blooming awful. I am never going to get anything out of this match. Okay, Dickamax, you can absolutely wreck a Dickamax.
Enemy armor is damaged.
Yes! Oh, about time. Right, we're off. We're off and running. We absolutely smacked a Dickamax in the face. We've got 4 tanks left, including another... It's Berts everywhere. There's 2 Berts on each team. Okay, come on. This will be your first kill, mate. I've got a good feeling about this. I've got a, maybe not. I had a good feeling about that. We need that M3 lead to do some good spotting now. Oh, they've still got many more tanks than we do. They outnumber us nearly 2 to 1. You know this is going to have a good ending. You know it. Another excellent use of Bert's skill set. The ability to relocate. He does not want to be the frontline tank. He wants that KV-1 to be the frontline tank. We need to get shots down there. You can see on the minimap, most of the enemy vehicles, they are towards the centre-west part of the map, so they probably are going to come up those roads. So I'm assuming Hydra's going to get himself into a spot, although Churchill 1's just turned up, which means that's trouble. The Churchill 1's gun can fire very quickly indeed, and... Oh, Bert is trolling us hard today. That's the nature of artillery these days. You just got to take the rough with the smooth. And it's mostly rough. Okay. And fire. See, I'd have fired then, and I'd have missed probably. Managed to track him though. Who's he pointing his gun at? Oh, he's panning his turret around. Okay, the SU's coming behind. We've got to kill this Churchill. We can't leave him back here. God, they still got a lot of tanks. They still have a lot of tanks. You're going to have to play some serious tanks now, mate, to pull this one out of the bag. Okay, we can finish him. Fire! That was cool. I felt like saying, prepare to fire the primary weapon. A bit like the Death Star. Good. KV-1 as... Who destroyed the SU in the cap? I didn't see who it was, but whoever did it, good job. So, this is the right call. The other FV304 is making a bad call, because he's only got 280 hit points. And he's going to get probably either one-shotted or two-shotted by something. So, 5 enemy tanks remaining. What is going to happen? Are we going to get one of those seriously cool medals that we'd all like to get? Ooh, he's just out of range. Oh, the Matilda's just in range. We get a shot out and it misses, like so many have done in this game so far. Tricky. So we've got ourselves and Bert left. 2 Berts. 2 Berts on Ruinberg. Okay, this is a good tank to kill now. Ooh, we've got their Bert as well. They've still got their 2 SPGs. He's taking out, because he knows he's going to sit still, I think. He can one-shot this guy, hopefully. Oh, not quite. 221. And now it's just Hydra. He's got 5 enemy tanks. So we have got a possible Kolobanov's medal in offer here. If he can destroy these 5 tanks, takes out the enemy Bert. That's 1 of his mission completed. So now he's got 4 enemy tanks. We know one of them has got ridiculously low hit points left. Wouldn't you be surprised if he can pull this off in Bert and artillery? Bert's not like other artillery. Oh my god, now he's in a tight corner. Holds his nerve. Takes out the PZ. He has been detected. He has got 6th sense, and now he's got to run. I feel like saying, run! So he's still got that Bert behind him, and there are still 2 other enemy tanks. What are they? A pair of Matildas. And this Bert's been playing pretty well. Tapion. I like his name, even though it's a bit silly. He's trying to goad him into firing. And he does! He manages to... That guy was thinking, you fire, you'll miss, I'll come around and shoot you. But no, that backfired. So now he's got a pair of Matildas to deal with. Little Bert, he's still got all his hit points. We've still got 46 shells, so we've got enough shells. We've got our little cup of tea on his consumables. Maybe that's the secret with Bert. You've got to have that tea and pudding cake, or whatever it is. Is it tea and biscuits? I'm not sure what that little picture is of it. I've never used it, that consumable. However, that cup of tea does look very nice. It's in a china cup. Tea always tastes that little bit different when it's in a china cup, as opposed to a mug. I like it in a mug as well, but when it's in a china cup with those little tiny little handles, you've got to hold it with a thumb and a finger. It does something to the flavour. Maybe there's a connection between your thumb and your finger and your taste buds. By pinching things, it makes your taste buds taste things differently. I don't know. You can go ahead and test it out today if you like. You can come back to me on that. So, they were in the cap. At least one of them was in the cap. Now the Matildas are damn slow tanks. So really, we've got to... They're coming for him. We've got to try and find a position where we can fire and not get detected the first time, so that we can get a second shot in and a third shot before they actually get to us. Would be nice now to have binos. One of them is in the cap. 4 kills so far. So there's still a possible Top Gun as well, if he can do it. If he gets a Top Gun, he's got the Kolbanovs. So this is going to be a happy day. We're watching, we're waiting. I'm tempted to speed this up a little bit, knowing how slow Matildas move. I'm going to go to ×2 and I'll be poised to get it back to ordinary speed as soon as we see something. Meanwhile, you're probably all seeing if pinching things with your thumb and forefinger actually makes things taste different. Okay, back to regular speed. I'm sure he's not pointing over there. And he actually, for once, the shells do their job and they annihilate that last Matilda that's in the cap. Now, I'm going to speed this up again because it's a Bert and it's a Matilda and there's still 3.5 minutes left. I've got a feeling this is going down to the wire. I should have checked the clock on the final final report screen. I could tell you then exactly what time he's either going to be destroyed or destroy this last Matilda. ×4. That'd be great if you move this quick. Looks like he's going hunting. I think he might have a hunch. Might have a feeling, yes. Unfortunately, the remaining Matilda has been AFK the entire game, so it is a slightly sad end to the replay. But up until this point, he pulled off an absolute blinding game. He rode this game out from start to finish. He just consistently played as best as he could and kept putting Bert in the best position he could to stay alive and get a cracking result. He gets a Kolbanovs medal. Let's take a look at his post-game stats. So thanks for sending that in, Hydra. What a result that was. That's a ace tanker. We also get the much desired Kolbanovs medal. We also get high caliber and we also get Top Gun. And a heavy haul there on icons on the battle efficiency screen. All thanks to little Bert. I'll be so chuffed with that game result. Pulling it off in Bert is something quite extraordinary really when you consider the how weak a tank it is when it's being shot at. It's formidable when it's not being shot at. When it's just putting down fire, it's terrific. But when it's being shot at, it is a pretty weak little tank because it just will not bounce anything, rarely. And 2 shots and you're dead most of the time. So we get over 1000 XP. We do nearly 2000 damage done in that game. What a great result in Bert. That's the kind of screenshot you want to print off and put a little Kolbanovs medal and have it framed on the wall in your toilet or something. I got a Kolbanovs in Bert. Have any of you got Kolbanovs in an artillery piece? If so, I'd like to see it. And we're running with a regular account here, so we managed to take home a nice little haul of 11 grand and a couple of thousand XP. We fired 21, only hit 11, but they're HE, so even if they don't actually properly penetrate, they still do damage and it gets recorded. And yeah, what a great game. Thanks for sending it in, mate. Right, now we've got another one of those drawings to show you of the Panther drawing. So let's roll over and take a look at that. So this is the second of the Panther drawings sent in, and once again it is one of your little children who's coloured it in for you. You're a bunch of weak-willed, no guts, no glory type bunch of people out there, aren't you? That get your kids to do all the hard work. I sat down and I coloured my one in and it took me about 45 minutes while having a nice cup of tea and some biscuits. I think you could all do the same. It's like slave labour. I've got children working around the country for me, colouring in pictures of tanks. And she's done a terrific job. You've got 2 daughters, and one of them was quite content to do the colouring in. Have I mentioned who this is? This is Davey. He was in a video a few back with his Stug on Himmelsdorf. And remember, Dave333 or Dave. And yeah, one of his daughters was content to colour this in, as is, and done a terrific job. I don't think she's gone over the black lines hardly at all anywhere. So that is some skill there. That's the trick with colouring in. Don't go over the lines. And the other daughter couldn't see the point in colouring in the tank if there wasn't a driver. So she decided that she would do a picture of a driver for me. Or for Daddy. I don't know who it's for, but she's done a driver. So we'll take a look at the driver next. Does that look familiar to anybody? He says it's Davey says it's probably a little bit inspired by Girls and Panzer, and it's one of the tank commanders. Extra points if you can tell which one it is in the comments below. Who is that from Girls and Panzer? I've never watched an entire episode. I'm aware of it thanks to the mighty Jingles always going on about it on his channel, and yeah, I might have to superimpose that on top of the tank for you in a little bit of Photoshop magic and leave that as the final screenshot of the day. So thanks everybody, nice contributions there today. Great game from Hydra in Bert, and Davey here sending in a Panther picture. So you have to go a few videos back. I'll put a link to the Panther drawing in the description below if you want to download it and get your kids to colour it in this Christmas. I think a Christmas themed one would be a good idea now, wouldn't it? If you just maybe use red and green or something, typical Christmas colours. I know that Stenaldino's little boy has already done that, but maybe someone who's got, maybe if you're older, got some real skill with a paintbrush or something, I don't know, go to town on it, and I'll really feature it really strongly. I'll probably even put it in a thumbnail if it's really good. Embellish it with Father Christmas in the background and reindeer and snowmen and I don't know, go for it. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that video today. Keep your heads down, drink plenty of water, and I shall play tanks again real soon. Take care, bye bye.